Former CIA Director Michael Hayden took to Twitter to seemingly approve of executions for people who spill nuclear secrets. Hayden responded to a tweet that referenced a past execution of Soviet spies, Julius and Ethel Rosenberg, who disclosed nuclear secrets to Moscow. Hayden's response, quote, "Sounds about right." This comes after FBI agents were allegedly searching for classified nuclear documents during the raid of former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home. Florida Attorney General Ashley Moody joins us. Good evening.
Good evening, Greta. Great to be with you.
Thank you for joining me. Boy, I'll tell you, Twitter has gone wild. Last night, all over Twitter, it said there was already, people were making statements that President Trump had released nuclear secrets. I mean, people have gone pretty, their imaginations are going wild, and we're still trying to search to find out the facts. So tell me this. What's your thought on how this execution of this search warrant has gone down?
Well, I think you pointed it out, Greta. I mean, this was a debacle from the beginning. Everyone within the Department of Justice that had any input in this, and we know Attorney General Merrick Garland personally approved this warrant, should have known that the American public would immediately be seeking answers, questioning these efforts, wondering whether this was necessary. There should have been a statement that night. I mean, we can go back, and you've done a great job on this program of pointing out you issue subpoenas, and if they're not, I was a former prosecutor and judge. If you don't get your documents right away, you then seek through the process to compel the production of that. And you can fine people daily. I mean, there are so many things you can do in order to prevent a full-on search warrant. But I think what should have been done immediately is a statement by the department explaining why that tactic was used. There should have been immediate transparency. I mean, you can see why everybody is asking questions, and you've done such a good job of asking great questions today. And I think that's why that night I came out and said there needs to be an assurance that this is not a political tactic, that we're not weaponizing the DOJ and the FBI, and we need to release immediately not just the warrant, not just the property receipt, but the application that supported the warrant.
Right. Let me ask you about that application, because you do have a very rich career in the whole business. Besides being the state attorney general now, you were an assistant United States attorney. And I'd love to see that warrant. Are the warrants, the affidavits, are the affidavits ever released? And what kind of meat is in that affidavit that would be of interest?
It's the entire case generally laid out. What's going to support the warrant will generally support the resolution of a case and at the end of the day. And so I think what was great about getting the warrant is you're seeing kind of the charges that were out there. So there were all these allegations, all these leaks, all these sources that this was a document dispute. At least we know this is surrounding a document dispute now, which, you know, we can start speculating about what that means. We can see that certain documents were seized by the FBI from that property receipt. But that's why I thought the statement finally from the Attorney General was disingenuous, because he said, we are going to make a motion to release the warrant and the property receipt, as if they are now being fully transparent. And anyone who has been a federal prosecutor, who has been a judge, who's had any relation to the legal system knows that everything we're asking, every question that you've asked on this program thus far is going to be found in that affidavit. And that's the one thing that didn't get released, and they were never seeking to release.
I also thought it was a little odd. He was like acting like he was standing up for the FBI and for everyone involved in it when it was his decision. I mean, it's not like somebody else made a decision. He stood by them. Look, they were carrying out his orders as they are directed to. You know, but he acted like he was going to defend his people. Well, he was actually defending himself, because he's the one who made the decision.
And he's the one whose tactics and motives are being questioned, right? And I loved it when he said, I will not stand silent. Well, me, others, you, since Monday have been calling for there to be a statement and assurance that this isn't a political tactic. You have to speak. You're the head of the DOJ. You did have the option of remaining silent. And again, I agree with you. It's very convenient now to say, I will not allow anyone to attack the credibility of the men and women of law enforcement. Well, nobody's attacking law enforcement. I mean, I'm the wife of a law enforcement officer. I think the men and women that sign up for those jobs are noble and incredibly brave. What we're doing is questioning the motives of the DOJ and the FBI. And that's why you need an executive like the Attorney General to come out and say, this is why we did it. This is what supported our actions. So you can assure the American public at this really critical time in our history.
Attorney General Ashley Moody, thank you, and I do hope you will come back often. Thank you very much.
Of course. Great to see you, Greta.
J.P. Morgan's CEO is warning that an economic hurricane is coming. Are you preparing? If you don't do anything, your 401k could be a 201k, and that is not good. So call our trusted friends at Lear Capital. For 25 years, Lear has helped investors own gold to protect against market chaos. It's a good thing. They can help you too. Get your information and up to $15,000 in bonus IRA gold. Just call this number, 800-880-4300. That's 800-880-4300.